Looks like it's set up. Let's make it simpler. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare बर्थडे महोत्सव की
ठीक है हाँ ప్రభు ఇది సి కాదు हरे कृष्ण
हरे हरे
ఆన్ చేస్తుంది ఫస్ట్ యా అమ్మా కొత్త రెంట్ తీసుకుని వస్తుంది రాజకీయ నుంచి కొత్త రెంట్ తీసుకుని వస్తుంది అరే
ఒక్కసారి ఒక క్లాస్ కేవలాష్టకం చెప్పు ఒక శ్లోకం కేవలాష్టకం
శ్లోకం చెప్తే నీకు అందరు గిఫ్ట్ ఇస్తారంట.
సరే ఎవరు గిఫ్ట్ వాళ్ళు తీసుకొని ఇంటికి వెళ్ళిపోతారు. నీకు తమ్ముడికి హాఫ్ ఆఫ్ చేసి ఇక్కడ
మీ నాన్నకి
ఆయన
చెప్పు
చెప్తావా చెప్పు
హరే కృష్ణ
విశ్వాసే నహి
మంచి
హరే కృష్ణ
విశ్వాసే నహి విశ్వాస
రికార్డ్ అవుతుంది.
హరే కృష్ణ
చెప్పాలి హరే కృష్ణ
హరే కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ
విశ్వాసే చెప్పి శ్లోక చెప్పి అందరూ
ఒక శ్లోకం
హరే కృష్ణ
Can open the door. Alice has said.
जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रजनंदन यमुना तीरवरचारी यशोदानंदन ब्रजनंदन यमुना तीरवरचारी यशोदानंदन ब्रजनंदन यमुना
संकीर्तन की
जय।
श्री सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की
जय।
श्री राधा माधव की
जय।
श्री पंचतत्व की
जय।
लड्डू गोपाल की
जय।
वृंदावन सिक्स गोस्वामी की
जय।
श्री ब्रह्म मध्व गौड़ गुरुकुल सांप्रदाय की
जय।
आई गौर हरि प्रेमानंद
हरि हरि बोल।
ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया
चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरो वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादां सगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कान्ता राधाकान्ता नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
नारायण नमस्कृत्यं चैव देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नश्वरायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भगवद्गीता वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजाङ्घ्रे। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनामिने गौरविषे नमः। नमो ब्राह्मण्याय देवाय गौब्राह्मणाय च जगद्दिताय कृष्णाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः ओं विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. Am I audible till the back? Yeah? Rajesh Prabhu, you can hear me? So today is Kesari Nandan's birthday and we have Kesari Nandan here. Swam Kesari Nandan has appeared, which is none other than Lord Hanumanji. Okay? Hanumanji is Kesari Nandan. Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki
जय।
So, when we compare Ramayana and Mahabharata, we cannot actually compare both this. Though it's the same Supreme Lord who appeared as Lord Ram, I wanted to speak something, but I'm speaking something because I did not know that Ram, Lakshman, and Man will be here. Okay? But anyways, uh, their it's their appearance, so we'll discuss something relevant to that their appearance also. Is that we cannot compare Ramayana and Mahabharata. Same Supreme Lord, Swayam Bhagavan Krishna, when he comes in different avatars as Narasimha, Rama, right? And then he comes as himself as Krishna. What he does is completely bewildering. And Krishna is Swayam, the Yuga avatar also for Dwapar Yuga. He comes as a Yuga avatar, and one of the duties of the Yuga avatar is to establish the dharma for that Yuga and also to end that Yuga and start the next Yuga. He also makes sure that he's performing the activities in that Yuga, and he also starts the next Yuga. He creates a platform, he creates an environment for the next Yuga to start. Right? So Krishna, what Yuga Dharma did he establish in Dwapar Yuga? Deity worship. He showed his form so beautiful, he was so beautiful that he attracted people to come and do deity worship. Archa Vigraha. Right? So he established deity worship. And then the same Supreme Lord appeared in Srimad Bhagavatam explains that he appeared in the age of Kali as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay? And then what Yuga Dharma did he establish? Harinam. And he also gave the mantra to us. Okay? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Because Lord Ram was not in that pressure to take care of the Yuga Dharma as such. He maintained his pastimes in a very understandable and in a very acceptable way. But Krishna had two duties. One is to establish the Yuga Dharma and also start the next Yuga. He had to create a platform. Right? So at the end of Lord Ram's pastimes, when he delivered Ravan, not Lord Ravan, definitely not Lord Ravan. Yeah, so he delivered Ravan. Then after that, he was supposed to come back to Ayodhya. That was the promise he made. At the end of the 14th year, I will come back. If I delay by one day, the entire Ayodhya Vasis will commit suicide. They told, we are with great difficulty accepting your promise that you will stay away from us for 14 years, but we don't permit you to stay for even one day more than that. Because they loved him so much. And so did even not only the Ayodhya Vasis, but also Bharat. He told, I'm going to represent you and be here as your Pada Sevaka. I'm just going to be here. But one more day you stay more than the 14 years, you will not see me when you come back. He was very clear about it. एक दिन भी और बर्दाश्त नहीं होगा. It is very difficult to understand that statement because their attachment to Lord Ram was beyond our understanding. Pure devotion. They don't want to live without him. Right? Just like a glimpse of it can be seen in a mother and a child's. Like when the child goes to a school and doesn't return. 3:30 the bus is supposed to come. Bus has not yet come 3:30. The mother is standing outside. She's wondering what happened. 3:45 the bus has come. Mother is already in anxiety, isn't it? And what if the bus came but the child did not come? Right? That's even more difficult to understand. What to speak of Lord Ram's coming late? We can't imagine. They were actually going to commit suicide because it is explained that when Lord Ram left Ayodhya, all the Ayodhya Vasis were walking along with Lord Ram. And Lord Ram had to tell Daruka. That take it fast. Not Daruka. What is this? Charity's name? Sumant. Take it faster. Take it faster. And then he saw that people are coming in front of the chariot. Then he said, no, wait. You might even go over them. I will get down. I can't see them walking like that. I will get down. So at that time, the Ayodhya told that Ram, when you are not there in this Ayodhya, there is no reason to celebrate anything. There is no meaning in celebrating anything. Can you imagine? For 14 years in Ayodhya, there was not a single marriage. There was not a single marriage. For 14 years in Ayodhya, there was not a single child. Nobody had a child. For 14 years in Ayodhya, there was no birthday party also. Right? For 14 years in Ayodhya, people did not eat anything with any satisfaction. For 14 years in Ayodhya, it was almost like a graveyard. So what was there for Bharat to rule? Nothing. Seasons were coming. People were growing crops. But nobody was celebrating Ugadi or Sankranti or any festival. Even the festivals related to harvest, there was no celebration. Because what is the point in living without God? Right? We can't, at least I could not understand this when I heard this, because I have lived for a long time without knowing who is God. And even today, if I can forget about God, I can nicely live. For me, God is not a priority. For me, God is not a priority. कृष्ण है, कृष्ण भी है, कृष्ण भी है, हिंदी में बोलते हैं. Krishna is also there. But what is the devotee's heart? Krishna ही है. Only Krishna is there. That is devotee's heart. So to understand Ramayana, or to understand Mahabharata, or to understand Bhagavatam, what is the consciousness that is needed? And why people don't transform after hearing it so many times also? Prabhu, have I finished Bhagavatam? I have finished Bhagavatam. Have I finished reading Ramayana? Yes, Prabhu, I finished reading Ramayana also. But there is no change in consciousness, or little changes there, or we cannot feel that transformation within us because we never had faith in first place. Because we had faith in first place, then our approach towards the scripture itself will be very different. Right? Unfortunate thing is, in the age of Kali, people talk about the scriptures without having any devotion. If ISKCON devotees are speaking, there is some meaning to it. At least they are trained to say that they believe in God. Trained to say. Not saying whether they believe it or not. Right? At least they are trained to say that they are practicing something called devotional life. Outside people, they don't have any clue. What are they living for? What is God? How will you understand Mahabharata and Ramayana? And people are making TV serials, movies. कौन सा third class movie आया था अभी recently Ramayana के ऊपर? आदि पुरुष. Can you imagine? Right? Two completely bodily immersed characters are chosen as Sita and Ram. Can you imagine how can anybody play that role of Sita and Ram? Don't want to comment on that heroine. All heroines are like that only. Don't want to comment on that hero. All heroes are like that. Completely bodily immersed. And they are making Ramayana and thinking that people will come and it will become a super hit. How can it become a super hit? It cannot become a super hit because number one, the people whom you chose. Number two, the way you projected the story. Number three, there was no devotion. And number four, people watching it did not have any devotion. Right? So, to understand scriptures, to have that faith, to transform consciousness. It's not that simple. Lord Ram, when he was returning to Ayodhya, he told that I'm going to take all the Vanar Sena with me. Because they helped me in the war, I cannot go to Ayodhya without them. How can I go? My happiness will be half. Or rather, my happiness will not be there. Now, Pushpa Viman was not built for so many. Of course, it is a mystic Viman. Recently, I was seeing a video in YouTube, somebody forwarded. The biggest lift. Somewhere in Bangalore, they made it. 300 people can stand in the lift. The lift will go up, like a whole floor is going up. Just imagine, we are in the lift right now. It's going up, right? That big lift they made. It's a big achievement. We in India in Bharatvarsha, we had a lift which could lift crores of people together. The number of Vanar Sena that joined to help Lord Ram cannot be counted by a calculator. That is the number of. And Ram said, everybody should be there. Hanumanji said, yes, done. Sugriv, Angad, and all from all throughout the universe, they burned to the Viman. And then, let's go, because it's time. It's the last day, we have to reach. If we don't reach on time, there will be a problem. Now, what to speak of everybody getting in and Ram saying, let's go, and Sitamaya says, no, stop. I want all the wives of the Vanars also on that thing. What? All the wives? Where do we get them from? We are in Lanka. If we are going to Ayodhya, I want them also to be, because they have sacrificed their husbands to protect me. And she wore a red saree that day. When she was returning to Ayodhya, she wore a red saree. Because she wanted to represent blood that was sacrificed in the war for her. She said, my children have sacrificed their family life. Some of them have sacrificed their life itself. Of course, they all got it back. When Sanjeevani came, they all came back to life again. None of the Vanar died in the battlefield of Lanka, and it cannot happen that any Vanar died. Even though they died, they came back to life. But many Rakshasas died. Actually, Rakshasas also had an opportunity to come back to life, but it was the war plan of Ravan that he did not want to show the opposite side, how many people are dead on my side. Lord Ram saved all the dead bodies of Vanar when they were dying. He was honorfully keeping them until Sanjeevani came and they became alive. But Ravan put all the dead bodies of Rakshasas underneath the sea. He tied their legs with big rocks and he put them in the sea, so they went down. So how could Sanjeevani reach them? Rakshasas never got back their life. So Mother Sita said, I want, here is Sita Maya, we're talking about her desire. I want all the wives on the Pushpa. When Gaurang Prabhu was explaining this, he said, Lord Ram was really concerned because wives means they have to put makeup and come. There's no time. There's no time. Time नहीं है. वानर से ना वानर तो ऐसे ही आता है. आदमी पूरे वानर है. कैसे भी हो बैठ जाएंगे. But माता जी लोगों को आना तो ढंग से आना पड़ता है कि नहीं? So anyway, it's a beautiful pastime that they all sat and they reached Ayodhya. This was Ramayana of Ram coming with the entire Sena, all the beloved, all the sages of Naimisharanya, all the sages of all the forests where Lord Ram had wandered from north to south. Everybody came to Ayodhya. Rama Pattabhishekam means kya? All the devatas, everybody has come. Right? And Lord Ram was coronated. What a drishyam, what a scene to watch. And that is why Ram's devotees are extremely sentimentally attached to Ram. So are Krishna's devotees also. But Lord Ram's attachment is different because they see Lord Ram in a very perfect manner throughout. He has won the war, he brought all the people with him, and he has brought them to Ayodhya, and everybody is watching them getting coronated, and everything is perfect. You don't see anything imperfect. You don't see anything that will confuse you. There is no confusion in Ram Leela. Straight. He did this, he brought them, he got coronated, and everybody is happy ever after. Right? Done. Rama. Yeah, he stands straight, he doesn't keep his leg like this. Right? He holds Dhanush straight like this. Krishna holds flute like this. నువ్వు ఎక్కడో ఫ్లూట్ ఎక్కడో నడుము ఎక్కడో కాళ్ళు ఎక్కడో ఏమెక్కడో మనిషి సక్కగుడ్లో వాడు. Krishna Leela is also like that only. Very difficult to conceive. The amount of faith that you need to understand Ramayana, you have to quadruplify that to understand Mahabharata. And make it like millions of times more faith is needed for Bhagavatam. For what Krishna does in Bhagavatam. Because without guidance you can't understand what Krishna did. Did Krishna after Kurukshetra take everybody to Dwaraka and said happy ever after?
No.
What kind of person is he? After the whole war, he brings his own family in two sides and makes them drink and kill each other. I mean, just think about it. Has any Devata done like this? Any Devata? How much was it? Can you get 11th canto second part? 11th canto second part. Canto part 2. Yeah, got it?
Somebody has specs, reading specs.
I was going to ask.
Somebody reading glasses.
Yes.
Anybody is reading? Yours is reading glass. Thank you.
Thank you.
Some site is there.
I can't see at all. That's okay. I'll try. I'm not going to read much, but I remembered something. And I said, okay, why not refer?
Take that now phone.
Canto 11, chapter 31. The disappearance of Lord Krishna.
You want to read in the phone? Want to read in the phone? We can zoom out.
No, it's okay. I think I can read. This is a beginner. Okay, I'm not going to read many slokas, but some of it. Sukadeva Goswami said, please repeat after. Sukadeva Goswami said, then Lord Brahma arrived at Prabhasa along with Lord Shiva and his consort. The sages, the Prajapatis, and all the demigods headed by Indra. Right? So, who is in the experiment? This is good. This is good. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so Lord Brahma has arrived at Prabhasa along with Shiva Parvati and Prajapatis headed by all demigods headed by Indra. They all give. What is Prabhasa? What is Prabhashetra?
The ocean near the place.
Near Dwarka, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Second, the four fathers Siddhas, Gandharvas, Vidyadharas, and the great serpents also came along with Chanaras, Yakshas, Rakshasas, Kinnaras, Apsaras, and the relatives of Garuda, greatly eager to witness the departure of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. As they were coming, all these personalities variously chanted and glorified the birth and activities of Lord Shauri, Krishna. Right? So they all knew that Krishna is going to go. They all knew that Krishna is going to go. Actually, when Krishna fulfilled the desires of everybody while he was there. He was not only on the earth planet, he also went to the Swargaloka, to the Nargaloka also he went to save the children of his gurus, right? Sandipani Muni's sons. And then he also went to Vaikunta. He saw Mahavishnu along with Arjuna. He went to Swargaloka, Indra's abode also, to get the Parijata flower. Right? He went all the places. But there was one place he wanted to go that he did not go. That was Badrikashram. He knew the sages of Badrikashram were waiting for him. But he never got time. Even Krishna has time management problem. Because he was fulfilling the desire of so many, he did not get time to. Don't get crowded at the door. You all can come inside. Come inside. Come. Yeah. So what was I saying? Badrikashram. Now, Krishna is not constrained by his ability to go to a place. Come on, how long does it take for him to go to Badrikashram? He just has to desire and he will appear there. Right? But he had Acharya explains, Vishwanath Chakravarti explains that he had the desire to go and fulfill the desire of the sages in Badrikashram, but he felt that the Kali Yuga is approaching and he had to wrap up his leelas. Right? So he decided to send Uddhava. Because Uddhava practically used to almost look like Krishna. But nobody is like Krishna. But he was a cousin of Krishna, almost to wear clothes like Krishna also. He was like almost a replica of Krishna in many, many ways. Except a peacock feather, he had everything on it. Right? So he was just like Krishna. And Krishna decided, I am going to give you the knowledge that the sages in Badrikashram are waiting. They are waiting for that knowledge. They are waiting for my association. Remember one thing, pure devotees are more eager to learn about God and to increase their faith about God than to see God. Right? Because God is always there in their heart. So Krishna wanted to fulfill their desire by sending the knowledge that they were waiting for. And he told that knowledge to Uddhav. They told Uddhav, this is my desire that you take this knowledge to Badrikashram. And later on, as soon as he did that, as soon as he told the Leela of the whole knowledge that he wanted to tell, after that, Krishna started the Leela of Yadus disappearing. The whole fight of Yadus. And as soon as Uddhava heard that, he again came back. And this time Krishna, Acharya explained, was not happy. So Krishna told her, your job is to take this knowledge and go. Why did you come back again? No, Krishna, how can we live without your presence on the planet? So, but that's okay. I've told you that I'm going to go. I've given you a service, you should do that service. So again Krishna spoke to Uddhava for some time and again sent him. And this time Uddhava was very clear on where he has to go. Uddhava went to Hastinapur on the way. He met Vidura. While Krishna was this time speaking to Uddhava, even Maitreya Rishi was also there. Spoke to both of them. And Maitreya Rishi left that place. He knew, he has understood that Lord is leaving. And Uddhava also left because he had a service this time. And next time he can't come back again. So this time he went to Hastinapur. And he was meeting the Prime Minister of Hastinapur. Who is the Prime Minister of Hastinapur? Who is the Prime Minister of Hastinapur? Vidura. For a change, we always call him Dasi Putra or Dharmaraj's representative. But he was actually the Prime Minister. He was holding a very big position there. So he met Vidura there. And Vidura was so much eager to hear what Krishna told him. But this time, Uddhava was very, very clear that he is not going to get diverted. He has to go to Badrikashram. So he went. He went to Badrikashram and fulfilled. While that was happening, this is happening here, that all the devatas have finally come. Actually, all the devatas went and told Krishna to end his pastimes. Bhagavatam explains. Now you might ask, who can order Krishna? How can anybody order that you finish your pastime? Now it's time for you to go. Right? Though none of the devatas wanted him to go, but devatas came to remind Krishna that he has to leave now. Why? Because Kali Yuga has to start. How can Kali Yuga start with Krishna being there? Right? Time, the time cycle, which is again Krishna himself. Krishna is time. Aham Kalosmi. But at the same time, he respects his own energy that he doesn't stop it. Okay, it's coming now, so I have to go. And as soon as all the devatas asked Krishna to leave, then Krishna immediately told, okay, time for me to leave. And then he brought Uddhav and told Uddhav the whole knowledge that he has to go and tell to the sages in Badrikashram, because that was the only thing left in the queue. See, Krishna doesn't spend a single moment without fulfilling the desires of his devotees. Krishna did not spend a single moment in this material world without a purpose. Dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. That ho gaya. But Paritrana Sadhuna was continuing. Actually, Acharya explained the main reason for Krishna's appearance was not Dharma Sanstapana. It was a Paritrana Sadhuna. He wanted to give pleasure to the sadhus. So the last sadhus who were left in the queue were Badrikashram. So that he did. And then now he is here. And all the devatas are watching. Text 4, repeat after me. O King, crowding the sky with their many airplanes, they showered down flowers with great devotion. Right? So Lord Krishna is going to leave his body. So everybody is showering flowers. Can you imagine the scene? The Supreme Personality of Godhead is leaving this planet, appears once in a day of Brahma, and he is leaving now. And every devata is coming there and having their darshan. Because devatas may not see him again. The devata's lifetime changes 14 times in a day of Brahma. And not every time they appear, they see Krishna. So everybody crowded. It was like a very difficult situation for air traffic control. All devatas are flying in the sky, in the different vimanas, and they are looking at Krishna. And the 5th verse says, repeat after me, seeing before him Brahma, the grandfather of the universe, along with the other demigods, who are all his personal and powerful expansions, the Almighty Lord closed his lotus eyes, fixing his mind on whom? Within himself. The Supreme Personality of Godhead. Right? Hare Krishna. Just one more verse I'll read. 6th verse. Without employing the mystic Agni, meditation to burn up his transcendental body, which is all attractive, resting place of all the worlds, and the object of all contemplation and meditation. Lord Krishna entered into his own abode. So here he does something very mystic. What does he do? He closes his eyes. He just leaves his body. So his body, he himself is leaving, but his material body is left. What? Krishna has a material body? We only think about Ishvara, Parama, Krishna, Satchitananda, Vigraha. Where is the question of Dehi? There is no Dehi. But in Bhagavad Gita, he explained, he leaves his material body and goes. Why did he do this? See, very complicated person. Right? He killed his family members or he made them kill each other. Right? And then he is leaving his material body and going. Just think about devotees. What will they think? Kya ho raha hai yahan pe? Right? See, we all came to ISKCON. Most of us at least. We are putting tilak also, Kantimala also. Prabhupada told Krishna Supreme Personality of Godhead. Prabhu, yes, Prabhupada told. Finish, no discussion. Some of us are initiated, some of us are aspiring for initiation. And then you read this 11th canto, 31st chapter. What is this God doing? Right? You have full faith in Krishna. And suddenly you see Krishna doing some weird things. Shaking up the whole faith. How can Krishna leave his material body here and go? That means, does he have a material body? No. Then what did he leave then? And what happened with that material body? And while he was sitting at the Prabhasa Kshetra, one hunter comes and shoots an arrow into his feet. Huh? And Krishna dies with that injury. Do you feel like accepting all this? Very difficult, very difficult. And Krishna tells to Daruka in Srimad Bhagavatam, the guru of the Yadus, that whatever now is going to happen is completely being controlled by me, he says that. And that's a hidden truth in Bhagavatam. The people who don't read Bhagavatam will not understand what exactly Krishna is going to do now. He's going to shake the faith of everybody. And only deliver his devotees, remaining all he will leave. Remaining all have to stay in, what is this place called? Nalganda. He will not allow these people to come back to him. No. Krishna was starting Kali Yuga. He had to create a confusion about himself so that the atheistic minded people will remain in Kali Yuga. He had to create a confusion. That was part of his agenda. So, if he would have left like Lord Ram, taking everybody with him to Vaikuntha, then where is Kali Yuga? Whoever was left would have become a pure devotee. Hare, even I want to go with Krishna like that, I'll also become a devotee. Entire world will be filled with devotees if Krishna would have left like Lord Ram. But Krishna wanted Kali Yuga to start. So what did he do? He created a situation which will only create confusion. Leaving his material body. And like yogis, see, when yogis leave their body, they can chant a mantra and ignite the entire body and turn it into ashes. Antim samskar is needed, right? If devatas also when they leave their body, there is a way they can ignite their body. Krishna neither ignited, did nothing. He just left his body and went. Creating more bewilderment. अरे उनका अंतिम संस्कार भी नहीं हुआ क्या? And there are so many theories about what happened to Krishna's body after he left. Some people say it got also burnt and only one portion was left, and which is what is there in Jagannath Puri. Some people say that. No, may not be true. We're not getting into all that. But just Krishna, what is he doing? He is establishing faith and he is also establishing no faith while he is living. Why did he do what he did? Only Acharyas can explain why he did what he did. Nobody who reads Bhagavatam can understand without guidance why he did all this. He knew there are close to 12 to 14 reasons. 12 to 14 reasons are there. And maybe more also. Why Krishna did what he did. Few of them. I'll tell few of them. One, Krishna knew that there is one external reason. that it's time for him to go. So he left. And Kali Yuga has to start. So he had to create some confusion. So he created some confusion. That is simplest reason that we can discuss. Another reason is he knew that Yadus are part of him. Now in Yadus also there are two categories. In Yadus also there are two categories. One category is eternal Nitya Siddhas, which is part of him coming from the spiritual world or part of the Yadus. And another part of Yadus were the Devatas who prayed for Krishna's appearance. At the end of Treta, they all went to Shvetadvipa to Lord Shiraksha Vishnu and they said, please appear, O Lord. There is so much adharma on the planet, please appear. Those Devatas, then Krishna told, okay, if I am appearing, you should also assist me in my pastimes. So all of them appeared as Devatas. But they were not Nitya Siddhas. They were not coming from the spiritual world. They are very much in the material world, serving Devatas. They were pure devotees. They were also part of the Yadu dynasty. The Yadu dynasty which died on the Prabhasa Kshetra, killing each other, were not the eternal associates of Krishna who came. They were the Devatas who took the form of Yadus. You understand? But Krishna's associate will never be bewildered. Those Gopas and Gopis and eternal associates coming from Goloka or Vrindavan, they will not fight with each other. They are part of Krishna. When Krishna left, they went with Krishna. But all the Devatas who took part in Krishna's Leela as a service, they were made to fight with each other. And why they were made to fight with each other? Because nobody else can fight with them. Nobody else can finish them. And they all are Chiranjeevis, they can live forever. They all came from Krishna. Even though they are Devatas, their powers are very, very high as compared to any other human being on the planet. That's why Yadus never participated in the war of Mahabharata. One part of the Yadus, Narayani Sena went. But the main Yadus did not go. If the main Yadus will go, there is no war. One of them can finish the entire Kauravas. Right? So, Krishna created a situation where Yadus will leave the world before he leaves, because he was concerned that they were so attached to me that they should go before me. I want to make sure that they brought me here, so let them go before me. And they only came and told that, it's time for you to leave now. It's over. And Acharyas gave one more reason, that they had to go and do their duties back. They all left their duties and came to Yadu dynasty. So, okay, your Leelas are done now, you go back and do your duties. Right? And another reason is, Mother Earth was concerned that how will I maintain these Yadus after you go? Bhumata was concerned that Krishna, after you go, how can I maintain these great Yadus? They will be in separation and they will go mad. Without you, they don't know how to live. And without you, when they don't know how to live, they might create a whole ruckus in the whole world. They'll create, some weird situations which I don't know how can carry them or not. So Krishna made sure that Mother Earth is also relieved before he goes. And Krishna wanted to also, Acharya explained, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains, Krishna also wanted to remove Mayavad before he left. There was no chance of, what is Mayavad? How can Mayavad come here? Because people say that Yadus and Krishna are same, both are God. Right? What do Mayavadis say? You are coming from God, so you are also God. Is that true? Yadus came from whom? Krishna. Krishna made sure he passed on the message for eternity that they are coming from me, but they are not me. So they killed each other, they finished. So he even removed Mayavad philosophy. Right? So he was making sure that pure devotees are remained with highest philosophy, and materialistic people are also given a philosophy to be confused and live forever. Stay in this world. Right? Both of them were scattering. And it is also explained that Sahajiism he wanted to remove before he goes. What is Sahajiism?
They are dressed up like Krishna and dancing like something.
Cheap devotion. right? You're trying to pretend what you're not. I became a gopi now. I'll put some tilak and I'll put a gungat and I become gopi now. I become gopa now. Suddenly, behave as if, Krishna is talking to you. You are in Krishna. Well, there are some pure devotees who might feel like that, but many are not like that. So there was one Sahajiya in Yadu dynasty who tried to do that. And he wanted to pass on the message for the whole world that if you do the Sahajism, your entire dynasty will be destroyed. And that was Samba. He did that. He said, I am pregnant, tell me it's a boy or a girl. Dressed like a woman. Sahajism. And what came out? An armor, big weapon, iron weapon that came out. And they cursed him that, like your entire dynasty will be killed by that weapon only. So the Sahajiya mentality that he could see, he wanted to convey to the whole world. That mentality is the reason for the downfall of even my dynasty. So don't try to do that. Any sampradaya you will create on the base of Sahajism will just vanish just like my own dynasty. Kapatam veru. అంటే కపటం చేస్తున్నారు. Sahajam is even worse than kapatam. They actually feel that they are Krishna. They are not hiding. They actually feel like that. అది కొంతమంది ఆలోచిస్తారు, నేను కృష్ణుని అయిపోయినా, నేను గోపికని అయిపోయినా. కపటం అంటే నువ్వు కాదు అన్న విషయం నీకు తెలుసు. సహజీయంలో ప్రాబ్లం ఏంటంటే వాళ్ళు అనుకుంటారు నేను గోపికని అయిపోయినాను. కపటం కంటే ఎక్కువ. So okay, till now it is okay. Till now he removed Mayavad, removed Sahajism. He removed the Yadus because they can't live without him, and the only people and relieved the Mother Earth, right? But why to leave his body? Idantha chesina baane undi. Now, if you really imagine in Prabhasa Kshetra, just before Krishna was sitting there, before the arrow was shot, how many people died there? In crores. The entire Yadu dynasty, all the devatas, in crores, they killed each other. It was a bloodbath. The bank of the ocean was filled with blood and dead bodies. Can you imagine in that situation, one person will be running behind it to kill a deer? Between so much of bloodbath, one hunter is running behind a deer. Can you imagine? It cannot happen. Right? And Krishna is sitting there just after the bloodbath, and the arrow comes and hits him, and Krishna dies. This is all external. Acharya is explaining. If you really see the past tense, it is not possible. Even it almost sounds meaningless. How can that happen at that place? Just imagine, crores of people are killed around you, and Krishna is sitting there, and one person is running behind a deer. He shoots the arrow, and the deer goes away. Arrow comes and hits Krishna. But Krishna makes atheistic people believe this, because that is the philosophy they want. They don't want God. They just want to prove God doesn't exist, or God is also like us. Avajananti mamuda. Right? You want to prove like that. So he's showing that okay, God also has a body. God is also leaving his body, just like we also have a body. We'll also leave our body. Krishna had to create that confusion, and that is the reason he left like that. And nobody can kill God. There is no meaning in that, And of course, one more Acharya explained, one more reason Krishna made this whole Leela to happen, because he wanted the sharp of the great Brahmanas to come true. Namo Brahmanyaya Devaya Gau Brahmanaya. Jagaditaya Krishna going around. He honors Brahmanas, so he wanted to make sure the great sages, whatever curse they did, has to come true. So he made this Leela happen. And he left that body there, but that body is not like a material body like all of us. Acharya explained, yes, it is true, but it is not a material body. And that is the reason, because it's not a material body, how can fire burn it? See the shloka. Shloka is saying he did not burn his body. But the fundamental point is, what will burn? Material will burn. Spiritual cannot burn. What is the shloka in Bhagavad Gita which says soul cannot be burnt? Nainam chandati shastrani nainam dahati pavaka nachainam kledayanti apo na shoshati maruta. Soul cannot be burnt. So obviously Krishna's body he did not burn before he went because no fire in the planet can burn his body. It's a spiritual body. But the way the shloka is kept in Bhagavatam, it makes you think he left his body. You see? He created complete confusion because he wanted people in Kali Yuga to be bewildered. Because that's what we want in Kali Yuga, right? Who wants God in Kali Yuga? Nobody wants God in Kali Yuga. And that is the reason the Leela of Krishna and the Leela of Ram is completely different. Lord Ram, when he left with faith that God exists. Lord Krishna, when he left with faith that God exists and also with faith that God doesn't exist. He created that situation. It's only because of I'm telling you, there are so many people who discuss about Bhagavad. There are so many people in India who discuss about these things. But not many people can understand Krishna's disappearance. Only when you read the purports of great acharyas like Srila Prabhupada will you understand these details. Otherwise, there is no chance. You read, take the Bhagavatam, 11th canto. You read and tell me what you understood of it. Don't read the purports. Just read. If Prabhupada's purports are not there, we cannot understand what Krishna did. We cannot. And atheistic people will remain atheistic forever. And Krishna is also conveying one last message I'll tell and we'll wrap. It's not a satsang today, it's just a talk. I don't know how much time I took. What is the time? Yeah, we'll wrap up. So, one other important thing, please everybody hear attentively, is that Krishna wanted to establish that we have to become aware of him and we also have to become completely absorbed in him. Otherwise, we cannot understand his Leela and otherwise we cannot go back to him. Association makes us aware of Krishna. But absorption doesn't come just like that. Absorption doesn't come just like that. For that, you have to sacrifice your comforts. For that, you should be ready for all tests of Krishna. When you start your devotional life, tests will start. Tests on your faith will start. You should be ready for that. And the more number of days you spend in devotional life, if you are sincerely sticking to the devotional life, you will move from that awareness to absorption. Otherwise, Krishna जिंदगी में क्या बोलते हैं? कृष्णा भी है कृष्णा जिंदगी में है कृष्णा भी, लेकिन डिवोटीज के लिए कृष्णा भी नहीं है, कृष्णा ही है. Right? Then only you can understand Bhagavad. Then only you can understand Ramayana. Then only you can understand Mahabharata. We have come to satsang. First step is done. But how much focused are we to go back to Krishna? It's a big question mark. How much focused are we? Even after coming into ISKCON, a lot of us think it's a choice. Lot of us think that it's a choice, whether I want to go or whether I want to go back to Krishna. Right? But without association, nobody can go. Don't be in that bewilderment. I'll hold it, don't worry. Right? Prabhus and Matajis, you are getting association. But if you take that association for granted, if you take that association like a ritual, if you take that association like a weekly entertainment activity, if you take that association like चलेगा अपने आप मैं बदलूंगा, अपने आप अगर बदलते तो आप पैदा क्यों होते? सोचो एक बार, if you were going to change by yourself or by time, why would you have taken birth now? You have taken birth because in last life we did not take it seriously. In this life also, we have a choice. And how much life is left? कितना बाकी है? Don't tell me. You don't believe that. We actually think that we are not going to die now. That is our biggest problem. We actually think that we are not going to die now. Because if we feel that we are going to die, then this day we will become ultimately serious. Like Parikshit Maharaj went and sat in the banks of Ganga. Right? If we want to understand Bhagavad, if you want to understand what Krishna did, we have to really sacrifice our comforts. We have to really become serious. Nahi to Krishna has created enough confusion for us to stay here. Remember, Krishna is Sutradhari. He exactly knows how to keep us here. Philosophy ऐसे तो छोड़ के गया. Right? If you don't surrender to acharyas, you will not read those books. How many of us are reading Bhagavad every day? बाकी लोगों का क्या प्लान है? ओ प्रभु, बाकी लोगों का क्या प्लान है? सोचो, because if we don't plan, then we'll be bewildered by Krishna. Right? Krishna created all the confusion, like we just read in Bhagavatam, 11th canto. We'll be confused. We have to make sure our association is making us more absorbed. Otherwise, we being in association is of no use. Rupa Goswami says that association gives you the faith to accept Krishna. Just imagine you are asked to knock. You are asked to knock to hear Krishna. Okay? You knock like this, tak, 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 and you can hear Krishna. That is the process. If you go and knock to the wall, will you get faith? You will not get faith. But if you knock to the door and you hear a voice back, or you hear some voice you hear. सुन रहे हैं आप लोग?
Yes, yes.
You hear some voice. Rupa Goswami is saying, you knock at the door, you will hear some voice, and that will just start your Krishna consciousness. But if you go and knock at the wall, what voice will you hear? If you are coming to satsang and you are not attentive and you are not serious about devotional life, you are knocking at the wall. You are still knocking. You are only knocking. Knocking is the process. But you will never hear a voice. But association will make you hear the voice if you knock at the door. And door is faith. You have to put, we have to, I have to put that extra effort to move myself from the wall to the door. And how many people will fit at the wall and how many people at the door? 90% people will fit at the wall. 10% people only will fit at the door. So in satsang, are you, I'm not asking you to judge in satsang, but are you so eager to find the best devotee in satsang to associate with? Or are you looking at the worst devotee in the satsang that who is just like me? So I'm searching for the most non-serious devotee in the satsang, who comes late, barely hears, never available for any service. Am I searching for that devotee in the satsang? That means you're searching for the wall. I am simply searching for the wall. Staying in the satsang also, and what am I doing? Takun. Wall के ऊपर क्या मिलेगा? आवाज आएगा उधर से? Will you hear any music? Will your faith increase if you do tabla on the wall? No, go to the door. And very less number of people actually go to the door. Prabhu, spiritual life is so important. Please hear this out. We are not forming a gang here. हम लोग गैंग नहीं बना रहे हैं. This is not Gachibowli gang. Alright? Spiritual life is so important. If you think your Shiksha Guru is like a wall, leave him and go. I am ready to leave and go. If any day I find that my Shiksha Guru is also making me stay at the wall, of course, this is not judging Shiksha Guru. Shiksha Guru will make sure that you go to the door. But our spiritual life should be so serious matter. हम किसी को खुश करने के लिए यहाँ पे नहीं आ रहे हैं. You are not coming here to please somebody. हाँ प्रभु जी, you are pleased, I am happy. Are you pleased with your practice? Is your chanting improving? Is your aartis improving? Is your philosophy improving? Hare Krishna? Is it improving or no? Are you getting more absorbed? Is your desire to get initiation increasing or it has become a choice now? Why I am not eligible, bro? That's the standard alone. Why initiation? वो डोर में से कौन खींचेगा अंदर? Guru is needed, na? Huh? Recently, His Holiness Bhakti Prem Maharaj was here. He is an initiating spiritual master. Right? Indradunya Maharaj was here. He is an initiating spiritual master. Loknath Swami Maharaj was here. He is an initiating spiritual master. 3 initiating spiritual masters have come to you in a close proximity, opened the door and they left. Am I choosing to stand near the wall or am I choosing to stand near the door? How much am I focused to go back? Every day morning, how intensely are you praying to Krishna that take me back? मेरे को कंफ्यूजन में नहीं रहना, लेके जाओ वापस. मुझे भागवत समझना है. I want to understand Bhagavatam. Right? And Prabhu, the choice is always with us. When you open a YouTube, you can hear a beautiful lecture on Krishna's disappearance. Or you can hear a beautiful lecture on Sushant Singh Rajput's disappearance. वो भी SSR है, ये भी SSR है. एक साइंस ऑफ सेल्फ रिलेशन है, एक सुशांत सिंह राजपूत है. उसका मर्डर हुआ या वो सुसाइड किया, तेरे को क्या फर्क पड़ता है? सोचो एक बार. Where is my consciousness? Right? There are so many people dying. So many ants have died today. So many. How many ants have died today? Right? From a Krishna's calculation, whether it is a hero, heroine, politician, or an ant, it's the same thing. Same thing. Right? We bring them into limelight and we take their consciousness with them. But how much attracted are we to use that same YouTube platform to hear about Krishna, to learn about Krishna, to hear Prabhupada's lectures? Ultimately, if you want to understand the meaning of the shloka, Janma Karma Chame Divyam, Evam Yo Iti Tattvataha, Tyaktya Deham Punarjanma, Naiti Mameti So Arjuna. Hey Arjuna, the one who understands my appearance, my disappearance. Today what we will discuss? Disappearance. That is also important. Otherwise he would not have told. He would have told Janma Karma, Naiti Mameti So Arjuna. Why did he say? My disappearance also? Krishna is basically saying, the one who understands my appearance, my activities, my disappearance, will get my nature and will never take birth again. Right? So, when we want to hear Krishna Leelas, and we want to actually increase our faith towards Krishna, then we should become very serious. And every opportunity should be an opportunity to remember Krishna. Every opportunity. Like today, it was a working day. All of you came here. I told Pavan Prabhu, the Prabhu, when so many people are assembling, let's spend some time to also discuss about Krishna. Right? So because, I'm not saying Kirtan evenings are not good or bad. But sometimes Kirtan also becomes entertainment. When you are not in the right consciousness. When we are not in the right consciousness, kirtans become like entertainment. Of course, this yuga, the yuga dharma is sankirtan. But sankirtan also includes hearing and chanting, and hearing lila is also sankirtan. Some katha has to be included in every satsang. Never call a senior devotee to your house saying we'll have kirtan evening. Kirtan melas will happen. So try doing that. Call Radhesham Prabhu and say we are having kirtan night, please come. See if he comes or not. He might come depending on who else is coming to take their association, but generally to change, very focused devotees. Very well, I'm not speaking on his behalf. I'm telling you, devotees are very focused. They want to use every single moment. And when you are getting devotee association, you should be very focused on how you want to utilize it. So, we don't want to waste their time. Their time is very precious. Everybody's time is very. In devotional life, time is very precious, bro. Yesterday, one devotee called me from Dallas. Unfortunately, his mother passed away. She lives in Chandanagar. He said, "Can you come Wednesday evening, Prabhu? I'm coming. I'm reaching there. Can we do some kirtan near a dead body?" I said, "No, Prabhu. I'm called for another program. Anyway, you're coming today only. Tomorrow we'll do. I'll come tomorrow." So I'm coming here as what priority? Katha and Kirtan also. But for to immerse myself in Krishna Katha and to make sure that everybody here is hearing something that will benefit us. Because today might be the last satsang. Who knows? He knows. He knows. Today might be the last satsang or so take every minute very seriously. Even Kirtan, we take it very seriously. When somebody is calling for Kirtan evening, you are coming there to do Kirtan. I see a lot of them don't even sing. They are sitting in Kirtan but they don't sing Kirtan. Have you seen? Raghunandan Prabhu is doing Kirtan, nobody. You are sitting here for what? This evening is what? That is the reason I said Katha has to be there. Because not everybody is the level to only do Kirtan evening. The level to do only Kirtan evening is very high. Where you are absorbed in the holy names of Krishna and you are only doing Kirtan, and that's great, good enough for everybody. But I am not at that level, Prabhus. I need some Katha after that, because Kirtan I might do, I may not do. I might just like one tune, or that Prabhu might have singing the tune incorrectly. And I'm thinking hey, kya Prabhu ji ko tune pe gana nahi aata? My focus is tune or the holy names? Right? My focus is only tune. Then he did not. I can sing better than him. Another problem. Right? So this is what happens when we are not at that level. So always remember, when we are doing any satsang, there has to be katha. Some katha, 15 minutes, half an hour, or a size of, because Kirtan itself, am I at that stage to get immersed in Kirtan? And not then let us have some katha. Let's read from Bhagavatam. We all have Bhagavatam set in our house. Right? So let's read. Or Chaitanya Charitamrita, let's read together. Sometime. Even for that matter, Prabhupada and Matajis, when you all meet, privately, like Padma Mataji is calling Praveen Prabhu's family to her house. Let it not be a chit-chat evening. Families meeting each other, social get-together. No. Bring Bhagavat into that. Little bit at least. After you have dinner, after or before dinner, Prabhu, can we discuss one page what Prabhupada has written? You know what I'm saying? Everybody has to do that. Make it part of your satsang. Prabhupada has given the format of satsang. Satsang ka format de diya unhone. Kirtan, Katha, Prasad. So third one is remaining now. I'll stop. Hare Krishna. So today is Kesari Nandan's birthday. How many years is he now? Time just flies. in this place. Anybody has any questions, thoughts? What did you feel? Any reflections? Nobody felt anything?
What you said about Krishna making us confused is confusing. So how unless we come to 11th canto, how to keep this understanding?
Prabhu, not only 11th canto, even first canto is confusing. Every place in Bhagavatam is confusing if you don't hear it from a devotee. That's why we have to be absorbed in Krishna Katha and we should improve our chanting also. Then only we'll understand. Anybody, any other thoughts? No? Jai.
You talked about leaving the body and that is there in Jagannath Puri.
No. No, I don't know the theory. I don't know. I don't want to speculate. I don't want to speculate. Some part of Krishna is kept in Jagannath and is there. I don't know. I have not heard this from a bona fide acharya. I've heard it in some YouTube videos. I don't want to believe based on YouTube
Popular
videos.
story.
Yeah, popular story. Krishna's heart from the body was brought to Jagannath Puri and kept inside. So that is the Divya. I heard all this. I asked a senior devotee. He told, I have also not heard from a bona fide source. So then I don't think we should make it bona fide to speak in the world.
One more question. All the Yadus died is Vajanabha, who is a grandson, they say, right?
Yeah.
How he live? Who is he actually?
I have to ask that question myself. I never thought about it. It's a good question. Yeah, Vajranabha continued. Yes. Okay. Namaste Narasimhaya. विघ्नाश नरसिंह देव भगवान की जय। शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज जय। सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की लड्डू गोपाल की जय। भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। गौर हरि प्रेमानंद। So who all are not coming to the Sunday yatra to be there? Not coming? You're not coming? Okay, so remaining all are coming. Or you don't know you're coming or not? Please try to come when we go to such holy places, because you get double mercy when you go with devotees. Unless you have any other plans, otherwise please try to come. Okay? And one other small announcement is, in the month of September, we are planning for a yatra to Ayodhya. And His Grace Shubha Vilas Prabhu has agreed to take us. So he is a wonderful devotee who gives Ram Katha, which in ISKCON is one of the best.
Yes.
Right? He has written several books on Ramayana also. So the dates are also frozen. It's 27th of September to 2nd of October.
And so very soon again Kartik starts, right?
After that, Kartik Yatra is also there.
Yes.
So if you have not, whoever are planning, then you have to plan for that. I'm trying to see if you can shorten that yatra. Huh? So let us see. I will let you know what dates. I'm trying to see. That's a 7-day yatra. What? Chitrakoot, Naimisharanya and Ayodhya. 3 places yatra it is. I'll ask if we can do 1 place yatra instead of 3 place yatra, because again there is a Kartik yatra also after that.
Yes, Prabhuji, immediately.
So we can't have long 2 yatras back to back. Financially, timely, whatever, every constraint might come. So in discussion, I'll let you all know. It will be announced once. We have 2 options. Maybe there is a long yatra, there is a short yatra. So some might go for long yatra, some might only go for short yatra. Hare Krishna. Prasad is ready? Mahaprasade Govinde. Nama Brahmane Vaishnave. Kekedi. Prabhupada పెట్టినారా? హరే కృష్ణ. చదువురా మహాప్రసాద్ నామ బ్రాహ్మణే వైష్ణవే స్వల్ప పుణ్యవ్రతం రాజన్ విశ్వాసో నైవ జాయతే శరీరా విద్యాజాల్ जड़ेन्द्रिय त्राहे काल जीवे फैले विषय सागरे सारा मध्य जीव्याति लोभमाय सुदुर्मति ताके जेठ कठिन संसारे कृष्ण बाणाधाम कोरी बारे जुआ जाए सौ प्रसाद नदिलो भाई श्री अन्नामृत पाओ श्री राधा कृष्ण गुण गाओ श्री मेरा को चैतन्य निताय जय निमाय जय निताय जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे श्री 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 सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान जय प्रसादम की जय हरि बोल Before they both fight, who will cut the cake? Hare Krishna. Yeah, I'm getting it. You can make him sit here and